recording? Is it? Yes, it is. Hello, everyone. Uvox here. My name is Dominic. I'm from Germany, and I'm joined by Ruben from Spain and Andre from Italy. Hello, guys.
Hi.
Hi,
How are you?
Oh, good.
exciting.
It was a national finals with a national final with up and downs, but pretty great overall.
Yeah, for sure. We have just seen the national final for Poland for this year, and I try to pronounce it because I know you love that. So the show was called Polski Kwalifikacje, which probably is like Poland qualifier or something. I don't know.
Yes.
And yeah, this took place tonight, and actually it didn't end that late, so that's good for us. We are not too tired. Hashtag Sanremo. So we have seen 11 performances, and we've got one quite clear winner. I would say it's Justina. I got this. Justina Stechkowska with the song Gaia, which, let's be real, was the favorite to win this. She was the runner-up of last year, and surprisingly, she lost that to Luna, and now she finally did it. So, first impression, what do you think about the winner? Maybe Andre, you go first.
Okay, so when the song first came out, I wasn't the most impressed about it. I thought it was sort of like reheating the nachos she had in the fridge, like she had Witcher Tarot Horror the year before, and then she gets to Gaia this year, sort of thing. But as I kind of listened to it more and more, I started liking it. I started getting used to it, and it had quite an amazing show, right? Like tonight, I feel like Gaia was one of the absolute standouts of the show. So many parts of the performance, so many dancers. She's such an awesome performer, and she just doesn't seem to miss when it comes to live. So I think it's a good direction for Poland, especially since now it was 100% televote, and the Polish public got to decide what they want.
Yeah, just to give you the numbers, so Justina won by quite a margin. She had almost 40% within like 11 participants. She had like 39%, and then this runner-up had 23, and the third one 13. So it wasn't like a close call. It was pretty obvious. So, Ruben, what's your first impression about the victory?
I liked a lot the performance, and I was with no like pre-thoughts before the show because I didn't really hear the songs, and it was the first song that caught my attention. So yeah, I think it was a deserved winner, and I will support her this year. Yeah, I'm a fan of Poland this year. I think it can also be a fan favorite. It has a lot of things. I mean, we will talk about it, but I'm happy about it. Yeah, my top two actually were my biggest contenders.
Yeah, spoiler, same. So I'm very pleased about this.
Yeah.
But we will come to the runner-up in a moment. But the first thing I have to say, I watched these blind. I haven't heard to a single performance before. I really wanted this pure, naive listening and experience.
Yes.
So that was so cool to see. And actually, like thinking back of it, this was the performance which stood out the most for sure. Even though she was very early in the running, she was third out of 11 performances, and still it was so memorable. Has so much impact, so it really didn't lose any of that despite the early running order. Before we go to other things, let's say hello. Hi, Lee. You say oh dear, so looks like there you go. You're not a fan of this.
Already the hot takes coming in.
Yeah, hot takes are already coming in. Hello, Vincent. Nice to see you. Hi, guys. And I like Dominic. I'm pretty sure you don't think about me. But
I think he thinks about you as well. Yeah. For sure.
Okay, let me know in the comments. Yeah, so I had the connotation about Justina, like she gave me like the Polish modern version of Ruslana. I had this connotation, and it was like I thought like bitch, but in the best possible way. Like played so much. Yeah, I was really like stunned. I was really impressed. However, there are a few negatives, I would say. So I think her vocals were good in the higher parts where she needs to, like in the chorus, and then by the end, it was really good. But I think the lower range, especially in the beginning, I was like, not feeling that. So I really think she has to improve that because it felt a bit like out of energy or like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it, but like strength of the voice. I don't think the lower range is that comfortable for her as for now. I really hope she can improve that. But I think she has the potential. You can really tell she's a professional, and the song is there, I think, and especially the performance in general. Maybe even the staging. I don't think there's so much to change, and that worked on that tiny stage already. What do you think about the staging? Would you change something? Which part did you enjoy the most?
I would just move it to a bigger stage, but I think it was pitch perfect. Like everything was on point, the camera angles. I liked it, to be honest.
Yeah, what I would love is trying maybe to have like, since the Polish stage was of course kind of small, you couldn't really have
Yeah.
many props or anything. But on the Eurovision stage, what I would love is to have some sort of like ambience around it, because this song is meant to be about this Gaia individual, right? Who
Yeah.
is supposedly a witch, or I'm not really investing too much into the story, but I would love to see some sort of like foresty scenery and some sort of like even like the magic circles that Alvan and Ahez had for France in 2022, right? Some like magic spells, magic circles, something like that could really give the idea of what Gaia wants to be, right? I think that could be nice. But apart from that, if that is maybe a bit too much, if we don't want to go into Poland using on-screen effects and being Poland as they always are, we could just keep it simple with some dancers, some acrobatic stuff like she did during the performance in Poland. I think like this performance is like 90% polished, right? She just needs to work, as you guys said, during those little bits of the lower range of the vocals, and I think that's perfectly fine.
What question do you mean? Like Polish, like clean or Polish?
Oh,
I think
Polish. The Polish needs to be polished, like
the Polish
I,
and he polished. Okay, got it.
the Polish singing needs to be polished.
I think Kuba's performance was more Polish because there were like effects in the screen,
Yeah.
like doubling things and.
Okay, before you add something, Walter's asking which semifinal she is performing. It's the first semifinal, and it's going to be the first half. So maybe an opener potential. I can see that.
I don't think so because she's quite a fan favorite. I think she will be.
But that doesn't mean you can't be the opener, I think.
I mean, if you have Ireland and some other acts, you cannot. I mean, you can use another. But
it is a possible opener, I would say. It's not guaranteed, but I can see a path or like a constellation with this.
I don't see her second. That's all I can say.
Out of discussion. My Betty says it was the favorite, and we kind of agree. I'm not sure what Andre, but Ruben and myself, we said that these top two were our top two. Was it your favorite as well, Andre?
No, Lusterka was my favorite.
There you go.
It was one of my favorite songs of all the national final season, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
It is. That was a really good one as well. I fully understand you.
For me, it was a tie. Like I was happy with any of them.
Yeah, since like the top two were these two, I was like, well, I'm happy. Whatever, honestly. So that's always a very good point or very good good result if you really don't care about first or second, because both of these performances were amazing. So Lee Pham is disappointed and saying that Theo and Janusz were your favorites. They didn't place too good though. Theo was 6th and Janusz was 7th. I like the fact that they showed all the results. So not just the 3. That was nice.
Very transparent, like
even though
the moment,
Yeah, even though it must be hard
it's
to have.
Sad, it was a bit sad for the artists seeing like the percentages, like seeing yourself as 0.9% of the televote must be.
Yeah.
Maybe they could just give the top 5 and marks, and the rest is just. I mean, it's not necessary to know.
But it's show business, it gets the reaction out of people.
Yeah. Someone was asking, am I not watching Germany? Actually, I was. So I had like Poland on the one side and Germany on
You're
the other
going
one.
to be deported or something.
Yeah, but then I
European
realized
experience.
that it's a bit confusing about Germany. So they try to copy Sanremo in a way. So tonight and also tomorrow they're gonna have like covers and maybe their own songs, but they won't show their Eurovision entries or potential entries. And like next week they're gonna have like a semi-final, and then they're starting to eliminate performances of artists, which is like a bit confusing. So I was
Strange. Yeah.
well, maybe focus now on Poland because they select the song, you know. So I'm gonna rewatch that, of course. But yeah, I just watched like a few performances before Poland started. So yeah, this is mainly the reason why. Didn't know I had gone to add RTL. Yes, it did. And only the final will be on the first, like the public channel RID. But enough about Germany. Anything else? Yes. So maybe before we go to this to the runner up, what is your prediction? We haven't had that many songs, but do you think this song is going to qualify? And if so, what place do you think it's going to be?
So I think this song is going to be at the top of the Eurofan rankings. It's going to be like up there with Finland and Albania. I think probably above Albania and below Finland, something like that. In the real contest, I would say Poland surely qualifies at this point, especially since Polish people themselves are happy about being represented by this song. Like this song won with 100% televote its national final, right? That means that the Poles are happy with it. So I think this is going to easily sail through the final, and it has top 10 potential. It's written all over it. I think it could be something like 6 to 7 place at maybe at best in the current situation the performance is at, but it could really, really grow up to like up there, given the year is not exactly one of the strongest.
Okay. Boom.
Yeah, I very much agree. I think, and I also think I said it before, just after seeing the performance, I think this will 100% qualify. It doesn't matter which half of the semifinal has, because it's just a performance that stands out, and you will remember it after watching it. So I think it has a lot of boxes that you check, and people just remember it. They will vote for her. And the main issue about getting a top 10, top 5 placement for me is the juries. I don't really know how juries will place this, because they actually like a lot of this kind of ballad vocally thing, and having France and some other acts, especially for example Italy, or like I don't really know, but top 10 in the final at the televote, for me it's clear, like for sure. I can see some construct effect here, kind of. I don't know if that high, but
Yeah. So Alicia is not happy about it, but
okay,
yes,
sorry, Alicia.
that's how the cookie crumbles, as I say. So basically, I think this is going to qualify, and actually with ease. I don't have any doubts.
Yeah, with ease.
However, I said that about Luna last year, and here we are. So yeah, I must say Luna was one of my favorites last year, and that kind of flopped. But I think this one, I really don't see a way not qualifying it because of the hype, because of the Eurovision bubble. I think this has an impact, even though we shouldn't overemphasize it, because by the end, the Eurovision fam, I would say, is like maybe 1% max of the audience, especially like semi-final, they have a bigger impact because they are lower viewerships, of course. But I don't think that is the deciding factor. But I think this instant boom, this catchiness, this impact it has, I really think this is gonna work for the ordinary viewers as well. So I really think, also considering it's Bob and there is Polish diaspora, let's face it, and I think this is gonna help them because Poland usually gets support with these kind of songs. I would say, like they qualified with Baby. I mean, here we are. So I really think it's going to work in their favor. So I'm not worried about them at all. Yeah, but we also had other very good performances. And I must say, I must applaud them for their show. it looked so professional, I think. It kind of had the design for an actual Eurovision, don't you think? So I really like that
Yeah,
design.
hosting.
Both
Yes.
parts looked so professional. It wasn't too long. It was like
Yeah.
around 2 hours, but it felt very short.
Yeah.
I really, really liked it. What do you think about it?
I was actually impressed because when I saw the lineup, I was like, oh, a final with 11 acts. Okay, this is going to be long. But when the show was like developing and all of that, I was like, okay, I'm enjoying it, and I'm not like getting this feeling of okay, I want this to end. No, so I was just like, okay, I like this song. I like this song a bit more. Also, maybe it helped that I was not. I mean, I was listening all of them for the first time, so maybe it helped also. But yeah, I think also the interval acts with Baby Lasagna were amazing. I mean, he's just incredible, and yeah, I loved it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it felt
yeah.
really, really polished.
Professional.
The Polish national final felt really polished. And
You will hear that one a few times. Don't worry, guys.
and I mean, honestly, if we need to throw some shade at someone, it had better sound mixing that Eurovision than Eurovision 2023. Like, so there's that. But yeah, overall, a really nice national final, and I think it's a good direction for Poland for the future.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with you. Maybe one thing which was a bit weird, like Baby Lasagna was there for Croatia, being the runner-up, of course, and big name in Poland, performing 3 songs, and the last year's representative not even appearing there says something. I would say it's a bit like, yeah, has like a bitter taste somehow.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so, runner-up was, and we fully agree that this was a deserved one, Swada, or do you say Sweda? Swed?
I think
Because
Swoda,
To the
Swoda.
Nixos.
and
I,
just
I
with
think
the
it's
certain,
Swoda and Nixos. Yeah.
yeah,
Nixos. Yeah.
Lustega. So I think the reception overall was pretty good about this. Pavel is
I
very
loved it.
disappointed that this one didn't make it. Alicia as well, saying a lot of Polish people are sad that Lusterga didn't qualify. It was an out-of-the-box song, fully agree, sung in a rare Polish dialect, almost extinct. Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the winning song also is fully in Polish. Let's not forget that. That's cool.
Mhm.
You didn't even pay attention to the language.
Yeah,
So
Lusterka was in an Eastern Polish dialect, sort of. That's,
mm,
I think, more. I think it's closer to Ukrainian than it is to Polish, actually. And a lot of friends I had, they just kept telling me that the song felt more Ukrainian than Polish, right? It had those like Go A Shum vibes, sort of this dark electro folk, which I think would have been a risk for Poland, but at the same time, it had so much potential. It was one of my favorite songs of the season. I'm pretty sad to have lost it, but it is what it is.
yeah, it gave me Go A vibes as well without this white noise, which I really, really don't like. So it was like a better version of it. It also got stuck immediately in my head. It has such a catchy beat. I like in my head, I was dancing to it already, so I can see that at
Yes.
Eurovision pre-parties or parties in general being a very nice dancing track. I really like that, and even though it was monotone, it fully suited the song. Like the voice, like the singing, it was pretty much one note the whole time, but it was
Yeah.
so good. It fit perfectly, so I really enjoyed that. Really hope this group, or I don't know what that is coming back. I can see them winning at some point. Maybe like the name Justina was just too big for this year, and the expectations or the hope that she's gonna represent Poland at some point, the urge was just too big this year. But honestly, if they send these kind of songs, and then for next years, I can really see a way for them to actually make it to Eurovision, I would say. So why Bailey is not saying that, saying it was dreadful. Well, we disagree here, and they didn't win. Well, they came second. So I mean, if you are very shady, you can say that they got like almost as many votes as all the other ones combined,
Yeah, that's
except
true.
for
That is
Justina.
true.
That one. there was a market for it, you know.
And I mean, Lusterka is part of an album, so they got to promote the album, you know.
Yes, and they did. So they should be really, really proud about what they did. Any thoughts about the hosts? So KB is saying Michael Spax was awesome as a host. What do you think?
Oh, definitely. I think one of the things I liked more about him being the host is that you would never guess that a person that seems sort of like even like a bit queer, right? Because Michael felt a bit like how he dressed, how he poised himself and everything. It didn't feel like Poland. And it really feels like Poland has grown as a country in the context of Eurovision, right? Going from like rigging quote unquote results for their national finals to having like this really well produced national final with great hosts and everything. I felt like Michael himself was an indicator of how good Poland is doing right now in this context of Eurovision. I truly enjoyed it.
Yes, I agree, and I also think he's the right person to host because it's a mixture between being like a good host and all of that, and someone related to Eurovision, and also someone that the Polish fans adore. So it's like, it has everything. It reminds me of when we have here in Spain at Ruth Lorenzo. It's like she can host, and she's also loved by the people. So it has everything. So yeah, I mean, I think it's a good decision having him.
Yeah, I also like the development because, like in 2016, his look was so different, and I have the feeling that now he's more like true to himself, and I really like that. And also seeing like Poland, having him as the host and supporting him is really lovely to see. Even though I still don't like his entry at Eurovision, but that's a different story. And that's okay. So Alicia is saying Eurovision is also about diversity. Well, yeah, duh. There's everything, including Australian progressive rock. So to me, the Sterka kind of fit the landscape.
It did. Yeah. It did.
Definitely, for sure. But I think like also the winning song, like Justina, also is giving us something which I'm very much looking forward to it. Do you think having like a few songs now, like 12 and 13th, or I haven't counted them, which place is Justina for you in like your top 13 or how many songs we have so far? Is it like a first or second, or is it like towards the middle?
Let me check out.
I think off the top of my mind, I think she would be like 5th for me, something like that. My immediate competition for Justina is Latvia with Tau Tomatoes, and I like Tau Tomatoes a bit more in the like folk sort of enchanting foresty fantasy song, right? I like Tau Tomatoes more when it comes to that, but I think Justina is like 5th, something like that for me.
For me, I think it's actually second because what?
Behind which one?
Behind Belgium. I love Belgium, and third Finland. I don't know.
Ruben, stop copying my scoreboard. Annoying.
Is it exactly your?
So like Belgium, Poland, Finland.
Really? Oh my. Okay.
It's like you can shuffle them. That's all right. But as for now, I would say these are my top 3, followed by Greece. I also like that.
Yeah, and I was actually going to say Greece.
Yeah.
Lusterka would have been my 3rd. So there's that, or 3rd or 2nd, something like that.
Yeah, so really happy, and I must say, like the runner-up would have been there as well. So really,
it reminded me Lusterka of Maruf. I don't know why. It was some kind of
I got that.
Really, a bit more like family friendly, but yeah, Maruf.
Yeah. Bang.
Bang.
Yeah. Off. Thank you, Vincent. Always the real talk here. And Ray Bailey is saying it's your 2nd place behind Finland, behind Ich komme. Okay. Yeah, so cool. Any other songs you would like to mention or like to emphasize? Because otherwise, I would maybe talk about the 3rd place. Past that?
Yeah, I kind of wanted to.
But yes, because he's also got quite a nice result, having like 13% of the votes. and being in the last of the performances, which is always a spot you need to have a focus on because people tend to win at that running spot, especially in like a list of 11 songs only. And it was like Dominic Dudek with the song Hold the Light. The first impression I had was it was very well produced. Like the staging was nice, which you could say about pretty much every performance. I really liked the stage concepts of them all, pretty much. And also because they were different and they were professional. And I really liked that about the whole show. And however, this song kind of reminded me of a few songs which we already heard. The first one came into my mind was Hello from Latvia.
And the second one?
Yeah, say it.
Can I say it?
Yeah, please.
It actually has the same chords, in my opinion, I think, from what I know, than Nobody But You by Cesar Sampson.
So many people told me that. Yeah, it sounds exactly the same.
That's it. And also, like the pace, the tempo of the song is it's the same thing.
Question: is
only the first chords, not the full song.
Something we like and appreciate, or is that something we are shading about?
No,
I hate Cesar Sampson's song, so I'm not mad with that.
fair.
I said I hate it. I love
I'm
it actually.
Austrian, by the way, just saying.
I love Austria's song, so I'm happy about it. I said I hate
To be really honest, I wasn't the biggest fan of the song as well. I was very proud about the result, like third. We always take the third place. I mean,
Hell yeah.
but I was surprised because that song wasn't for me. But who cares at that point?
What's curious is that this was Dominic's third place, right? Because even in the year where Jan and Blanca participated, he was third place back then as well. And now he gets third place again. I think like he's also like a bit like Justina, somebody from Poland who kind of wants to represent the country in the future, but he always seems to be good, but not the best in the national final, you know? He has a clear style of songs and a certain sound, but it doesn't really quite manage to be a winner sound most of the times.
It's not out of the box if you compare it to other songs, so maybe it doesn't help a lot. It's just trendy pop or something like that.
Yeah. But he could do something like a Nobody But You, you know, if he gets to Eurovision.
Saying the song was not bad. We didn't say that. It wasn't bad. It just reminded us to other songs.
And I liked it.
Singing was good. Yes, I think like in general there wasn't someone bombing. I think they were all at least decent, also vocally, which is something I'm not used to because I kind of expect people to sing not so well, which is so entertaining, you know. So that's
okay.
This time,
Okay.
which is also refreshing. So whatever. Yeah, so maybe another one, even though the result was kind of disappointing. I thought you would have been much higher, but I would like to at least say a few words. Was Sonia with the song Rumors?
Yeah.
That was really like, yes, very catchy. The first thing I wrote down though was Samantha Carpenter. In terms
yes, she looks the same. She was the same.
Is that her? I mean, that was so obvious for me. But I mean, that's she's very popular, like Samantha Carpenter, and that really reminded me of the song as well. It was catchy. It had a reveal. It was exciting, and it was in my mind. And what else did I write down? I can't read my notes. That's okay.
Hell yeah.
So it was kind of repetitive about the rumors, and kind of funny because like I watched the YouTube live stream and they had like an English commentator. And first they said she said like, okay, the song is called Rivers, and then I took a look at like, oh, it was rumors. So it is rumors. Is it rumors or rivers?
It's rumors, right?
It was rumors, right?
Yeah, but it sounds like something completely
because they also were showing in the screen in the background like some kind of
rumors by people. Yeah.
She only came 8th. I was kind of expecting more. She only got like 1.7% of the votes.
Yeah, I was actually surprised. Why 1.7? Like why?
Yeah,
I mean, I think most votes were just towards Lusterka and Gaia. You know.
Yeah. Maybe she was the third of many people, but okay, you can only vote once. So.
Yeah, Monica was shocked that the quality was so good. I guess like good. I agree. It kind of has the less is more approach, like the 11 song.
A bit
I
like
think-
UMK, right?
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Like, I think in the beginning they only had 10, and then they added another one. Don't know why, but I think 11 is a
was
good size.
something like a wild card or something.
Yeah, wild card for some reason. Unknown.
Which kind of gives us the Riggery expectations again. But I don't think Justina was added to the competition, so that didn't work for them.
In any case, people are
Yeah.
happy. So,
Doesn't matter.
and for me, I would say I actually loved Theo and Kuba Smainowski. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I loved both. But I think Kuba was just second in the running order, so maybe it didn't help.
Yeah,
And
what?
Theo was, I don't remember, seventh, something, eighth,
Yeah.
ninth.
Yeah, 7, 8, something like
Like
that.
the same, like you agree with them. What did you like about it?
About whom? Sorry?
Theo.
Theo.
Oh, I mean, at some point it felt a bit too cliche, like this kind of man with a woman dancing ballad. But I love ballads, so what can I say?
Fair enough.
I mean, it's just this kind of song that you listen once and you actually get goosebumps. So I was like, oh, this is cute. And yeah, I felt the same basically with Cuba.
Yeah, Adisha is agreeing with you. Love Kuba's song. And we've got another Monica in the house saying that Lusaka was also good and happy they end up second place. We agree with that.
Deserved.
I want them to try next year, actually.
Yeah, for sure. A name I can't and won't pronounce is saying Kuba and Dominic were my favorites, but it was no surprise that Kaya won. Yeah, I think it was a fan victory. Even though I don't think there have been any odds. I haven't seen them. So
I haven't seen any either.
Yeah, I didn't really see. Yeah.
Okay.
What we had is this kind of stars, but only that.
I have to pronounce names. So Anastasia Pavlidou. Thank you.
What is that?
For using.
Is the name in the
Greek. Yeah.
I can't read Greek. I'm sorry. So Alicia is saying, I was listening to it today on my way to work, and those words, praying for a better day, lifted my mood. That indeed was a better day than yesterday, fortunately. Good for you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think we pretty much covered it, right?
Yep.
So I think let's just wrap it up. Thank you, guys. That was really lovely. I appreciated it. And if you liked it, you know what to do. You give us a like and you give us a subscription. And also keep coming back to our channel, because I think tonight there's going to be another live stream for the one who really don't like sleep, because there's like the fourth night of Sanremo. And tomorrow we've got another. Is it right?
No, we're gonna see each other directly for the final on the tomorrow. Yeah.
Fair. And tomorrow it's going to be another Super Saturday with Estonia, with Norway,
Lithuania.
Yeah.
Lithuania. Yeah.
Lithuania,
And Italy.
And Italy.
Of course, Italy. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and also a few semifinals, which we can't count because there's so many. So yeah, a lot of things to look out for. So thank you again, and see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.